All right. Hello and welcome to the class of 2020 senior breakfast. My name is Roy Murphy and I am one of 7 senior class officers this year. On behalf of the senior class officers in the class of 2020, it is my pleasure to start off the celebration by extending our appreciation to all the parents, administrators, and faculty members for their support, love, and encouragement. We are happy to share the celebration with you. We are also happy and honored to share the celebration with private scholarship sponsors and Park Ford. We appreciate your continuing support of Tallmadge High School and its students. The program for today's event was emailed to seniors earlier this week. We will begin with the invocation, followed by the presentation of Charlie Awards. Senior Class President Olivia Swain will then give her President's Address. Next, Senior Class Vice President Suhaib Mahamid will introduce today's presenters, at which time we will begin the presentation of awards. At this time, I would like to introduce Senior Class Officer Brooke Frazier, who will present the invocation.
Good morning, I am Brooke Frazier, and I will be giving today's invocation. Traditionally, the invocation is read before we eat. Today's order of events may be different as we adapt to the circumstances of the virtual senior breakfast. Most of you have already received your breakfast, and we hope you enjoy it. We'd like to take this time to thank Jeff Lewis with Farmers Insurance for sponsoring the breakfast that was delivered to your homes today. We'd like to also thank Joe Catalano with TLC Catering for making the breakfast. We thank you to Mike Rohr, Mayor Dave Klein, and other city officials for helping deliver. Special thank you to Mrs. Irene Stazak for coordinating the meals and the delivery and for her extra assistance with all senior activities this year. Now for the invocation, please bow your heads. Thank you for bringing us together today as we share the celebration of our successes and friendship. We thank all those who have organized today's senior breakfast and those who are working to provide us with our meals. We thank our administrators for giving us the opportunity to get to this point and to help us grow and discover who we are. We thank them for giving us paths to better our futures. We thank our teachers for educating us more than just curriculum, but for also teaching us life lessons and how to be better people. We thank them for being more than teachers to us. Lastly, I thank all the seniors for being supportive of one another. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce Senior Class Officers Joseph Bowman, Andrew Cross, and William Cummings, who will be introducing the Charlie Award winners.
I'm Drew Cross.
And I'm Billy Cummins, and we're going to share the winners of the Charlie Awards as selected by the class of 2020. And if your name is announced, you will be able to pick up your certificate when you pick up your diploma on Monday, June 1st.
If you win a Charlie Award, the yearbook staff will be contacting you for a picture for the yearbook.
To start off, we're starting with Best Dressed Female, which goes to Olivia Swain.
We then go to Best Dressed Male, which is Billy Cummins.
Best Smile Female, Aubrey Richardson.
Best Smile Male, Luke Thomas.
Best Eyes Female, Jordan Severance.
Best Eyes Male, Nathan Kubala.
Best Actor Female, Sarah Wagner.
Best Actor Male, Spencer Murphy.
Best Friends Female, Kara Mayfield and Morgan Moses.
Best Friends Male, Ben Blankenship and Jacob Spatero.
Biggest Heart Female, Sarah Scasio.
Biggest Heart Male, Suhaib Mahamid.
Biggest Flirt Female, Morgan Moses.
Biggest Flirt Male, Sebastian McLaughlin.
Class Clown Female, Jade Kirk.
Class Clown Male, Tyler Randalls.
Mom of the senior class, Danny Stanfield.
Dad of the senior class, Danny Kirko.
Most Ambitious Female, Roy Murphy.
Most Ambitious Male, Drew Cross.
Most Athletic Female, Kenna Lovelace.
Most Athletic Male, Luke Thomas.
Most Musical Female, Sarah Wagner.
Most Musical Male, Spencer Murphy.
Most Organized Female, Sydney Markham.
Most Organized Male, Jackson McMinn-Hyde.
Most Talkative Female, Kennedy Rohr.
Most Talkative Male, Zach Riley.
Most sarcastic female, Katie Reinhardt.
Most sarcastic male, Isaac Dirett.
Most artistic female, Audrey Hepler.
Most artistic male, Eric Reese.
Most likely to become president female, Sydney Markham.
Most likely to become president male, Jackson Clum.
Most likely to sleep in class, female, Micah McCullough.
Most likely to sleep in class, male, Zach Riley.
Most likely to be late to graduation, female, Michaela Bechter.
Most likely to be late to graduation, male, Evan Teeling.
Best shoe collection, female, Katie Hussing.
Best shoe collection, male, Evan Teeling.
Biggest tea spiller, female, Eiley Braun.
Biggest tea spiller, male, Billy Cummins.
Most dramatic female, Kaylee Vaught.
Most dramatic male, Billy Cummins.
Has a never a dull moment life, female, Olivia Swain.
Has a never dull moment, male, Joey Bowman.
Most likely to be famous, female, Olivia Swain.
Most likely to be famous, male, Jake Finley.
Most likely to not cap most integrity, female, Zara Scasio.
Most likely to not cap most integrity, male, Danny Kirko.
Most likely to come back and teach at THS, female, Grace Grimm.
Most likely to come back and teach at THS, male, Zach Houston.
Most likely to be a spotlight on success speaker at Tallmadge High School, female, Emily Tran.
Most likely to be a spotlight on success speaker at THS, male, Suhaib Mohammed.
And after all those Charlie Awards, at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Senior Class President Olivia Swain.
Good morning. Thank you for not hitting your snooze button and deciding to join our virtual breakfast. I assume that most of you are still in bed, probably in your PJs, and enjoying your catered food. And I don't know about you, but that sounds like the perfect breakfast to me. Obviously, this was not how we expected to have our senior breakfast, but was anything about our high school experience what we expected? The answer is no, it wasn't. As our class motto states, it always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela. I truly believe that this quote describes our class as a whole. Can you think back to the first time where you felt that you couldn't do something? Maybe it was riding a bike, catching a baseball, or completing a math problem. Whatever the impossible task was, you kept trying until you did it. And suddenly what seemed impossible was possible. But unfortunately, you probably came across another impossible task, and another, and another. Most of us have probably given up on what seemed to be difficult, an activity, sport, or problem. And I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing. Going through life, you have realized what you are good at, and you realize this by not giving up. The tasks that you have completed because you did not give up are what truly matter. These tasks taught you that if you really did want to complete that third grade craft project, you could have. You just needed to have the right mindset that you have now. That if you really wanted to know how to play the piano, you could have. You just needed to put your mind to it like you did with all the other challenges thrown your way. You just needed to realize that the impossible is possible. As a sixth grader, I remember thinking that I would never get to high school, and then I did. And as a freshman, I remember thinking I would never be a senior, and here I am, giving my speech at senior breakfast. Zara Scasio and Suhaib Mohammed, I bet you both thought it was impossible for you two to become prom queen and king. But here you guys are with your crowns on your head. Luke Thomas, Andrew Ayers, and Drew Cross. I bet you guys thought it was impossible to ever become a part of the team that won the state championship for baseball. But here you guys are with the state championship ring. Jake Finley and Sam Burrell. I bet you thought it was impossible to be part of a legit band by the end of your high school career. But here you are with an official EP out everywhere. I bet some of you thought that it was impossible to graduate with a 4.0 or higher GPA. But here you are with a medal honoring your outstanding academic achievement. And I bet some of you thought it was impossible to even graduate high school. But here you are with your diploma. The list could go on of how many students in the graduating class of 2020 at Tallmadge High School have completed something they once thought was impossible. And the list will continue to go on because we face the impossible every day. Never in a million years did we think that we would enter this world during a terrorist attack upon our country, which led to great tragedy for us all. And ever since we could remember, we learned through stories and textbooks about the traumatic moment in history, and we will never forget that moment. And now here we are living through a global pandemic that will never be forgotten. A decade from now, the up-and-coming generations will be learning about the year of 2020 through stories and textbooks, just as we did for 9/11. Did you ever think that was possible? Yeah, me neither. But the impossible has become possible again, and this time a negative way. So we had no choice but to face the challenge, and even though it was hard to imagine us having any fun or memorable senior events, we made history in our own way by having a pizza parade, an unusual graduation ceremony, the viewing of our senior video at Midway Drive-In with a fireworks show at the end, a community parade celebrating our class, and a virtual senior breakfast. And as Nelson Mandela once said, it always seems impossible until it's done, and we did it. No class has ever done it like us, and no class will ever do it like the class of 2020. It has been an honor and privilege to serve as your class president. I wish you all the best of luck and cannot wait to see all the amazing things you do. Go out there and do the impossible. Thank you. And it is now with my great pleasure to present Senior Class Vice President Suhaib Mahamid.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Suhaib Mahamid, and I have the pleasure of beginning our awards presentation. I will begin by introducing those that have joined us to present today. Firstly, our private scholarship presenters, we have Ms. Thea McTarian and Mrs. Holly McTarian, Mrs. Rose Conti-Murray, and watching from home, Mr. and Mrs. Tony Conti. And then for our staff, we have Mrs. Taylor Lane, one of our high school counselors, Mrs. Heather Prager, another high school counselor, Director of Athletics, Mr. Tim Mosier, our National Honor Society advisor, Mrs. Cynthia Casper, our senior class advisor, Mrs. Julie Hedrick, our assistant principal at the high school, Mrs. Jennifer Stewart, our principal at the high school, Mr. Michael Householder, and the superintendent of Tallmadge City Schools, Mr. Jeffrey Ferguson. And at this time, I'd like to invite Mrs. Taylor Lane to begin with the presentation of our awards. Thank you.
Good morning. At this time, it is my honor to recognize the students in the senior class who have earned an honors diploma and a President's Education Award. To earn an honors diploma, students must take rigorous curriculum throughout high school, as well as maintain a GPA of 3.5 or higher and significantly high test scores on the ACT or SAT. Students who have earned an honors diploma received a purple cord to wear during their graduation ceremony this year. This year, the students who earned an honors diploma in the class of 2020 are Louisa Adam, Celeste Andrico, Elizabeth Bicker, Natalie Blazer, Bryce Bloor, Joseph Bowman, Kate Briding, Jillian Catalano, Claire Kate, Alyssa Clem, Jackson Klum, Andrew Cross, William Cummins, Gerald Drayback III, Mackenzie Fisher, Brooke Frazier, Jasmine Grimm, Emma Grund, Chloe Heestand, Brandon Heichelman, Audrey Hepler, Caitlin Hussing, Zachary Houston, Jesse Kanatzar, Sarah Kiki, Allison Knapp, Megan Knotts, Nicole Kovach, Catherine Lally, Kenna Lovelace, Suhaib Mahamid, Sydney Markham, Gianna Murphy, Spencer Murphy, Amelia McCauley, Samantha McGarry, Jackson McMinn Hyde, Marin Montgomery, Kirsten Moore, Rory Murphy, Angelina Norris, Alexis Paulo Roberts, Amelia Purdue, Daniel Rader, Aubrey Richardson, Catherine Reinhart, Adeline Rollison, Zara Scasio, Katie Seeker, Jordan Severns, Danielle Stanfield, Olivia Swain, Evan Teeling, Emily Tran, Hannah Tyson, Kaylee Vaught, Mia Walsh, Robert Wilson, and Alexandra Woods. Now, to obtain the President's Education Award, students must achieve a GPA of 3.5 or higher and achieve significantly high test scores on the ACT test. Students who have earned a President's Education Award will receive this award when they pick up their diploma on Monday, June 1st. Students who earned a President's Award in the class of 2020 are Natalie Blazer, Bryce Bloor, Joseph Bowman, Kate Briding, Jackson Klum, Andrew Cross, Zane Harding, Chloe Heestand, Audrey Hepler, Allison Knapp, Catherine Lally, Kenna Lovelace, Sydney Markham, Spencer Murphy, Amelia McCauley, Samantha McGarry, Lauren Meadows, Marion Montgomery, Kirsten Moore, Rory Murphy, Alexis Paulo Roberts, Catherine Reinhart, Adeline Rollison, Evan Teeling, Kaylee Vaught, and Mia Walsh. So that concludes our academic awards. At this time, I'd like to announce and recognize some students who have received highly esteemed band awards. So the student in our THS band who received the John Philip Sousa Award is Parker Bracchio. The student who received the Patrick Gilmore Award is Allison Knapp. And the student who received the Louis Armstrong Award is Nathaniel Matag. And finally, I would like to announce that the following students have indicated to us that they will be enlisting or have enlisted in the United States military. Celeste Andrico, Joshua Heatwall, Spencer Hoff, Gage Priest, and Alexander Vaughn. At this time, we would all like to recognize you for your future service to our country. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My daughter Thea and I are proud to present this scholarship in memory of my husband and her father, Josh McTarian. My husband was a canine police officer for the city of Twinsburg for almost 12 years when he was killed on a traffic stop, July 13th, 2008. My husband graduated from Tallmadge High School in 1993 and was very proud of his hometown. This scholarship was established to keep his memory alive and help graduating seniors pursue an education in a law-related career.
This year's Tallmadge Scholarship winner has been very busy during the last 4 years of high school. School activities include cheer, basketball, softball, pep club, wrestling stats, art club, DECA, National Honor Society, and post-secondary. Circle Light in 1 year of being a senior mentor and having a cumulative GPA of 3.7. Our recipient has also spent time feeding the homeless, helping with Little League softball camps, worked at Ritchie Sporting Goods, and Cordania at Ridgewood at a local nursing home. In the recipient's essay, she showed determination and a strong will to succeed. The recipient stated, "During my sophomore year, I was told by an adult that I didn't have the mental or physical abilities to succeed through high school softball. Not bother looking at college." She further wrote, "Once I heard people doubt me straight to my face, I knew I could achieve anything I wanted to in life as long as I gave it my all." Later, after being awarded the second team and All Suburban Award in softball, she set her eyes on Tiffin University. Not only did she want to go to Tiffin University, but the university wanted her to play softball for them. Our recipient wants to pursue a career as a coroner or a criminal investigator to help people understand the reasons why their loved one's death. After getting her degree, she hopes to become a pre-med student. It's truly an honor to present this year's Josh McTerrian Memorial Scholarship to Kennedy Rohr in the amount of $3,500.
Congrats, Kennedy.
Good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me? I'm sorry. Okay. My name is Rose Conti, and I'm here to present this year's winner of the Teresa Conti Memorial Scholarship. As a fellow Tallmadge High School graduate, class of 2004, I was honored when my parents asked if I would like to present Teresa's scholarship to the winners virtually today. It was 18 years ago that my sister Teresa was also a vibrant high school senior, class of 2004, and ready to embark on her college journey, just as you all are today. Unfortunately, her life was cut short when Teresa died in a car accident 1 week before her Tallmadge High School graduation. To keep her memory alive, my parents and my family established a scholarship fund to be able to help Tallmadge High School graduates in a small way with their college expenses. Since 2003, my parents have awarded 100 scholarships in honor of Teresa. My family and I would like to thank all of you who applied to the scholarship this year. We've gotten to know a piece of each of you, and you all have made this decision very difficult. I am proud to present the 2020 scholarships to Kenna Lovelace and Thomas. Both students will receive $1,000 to put towards their education. Congratulations to Kenna and Luke, and congratulations to all of you, class of 2020.
Good morning. Today, I will be announcing 2 scholarship awards. First, the Tiffany Tallmadge Memorial Scholarship. Tiffany Tallmadge graduated from Tallmadge High School in 2004. While at Tallmadge High, Tiffany was active in National Honor Society, played basketball, soccer, and was a valedictorian of her class. Tiffany attended Kent State University, majoring in accounting, and made the dean's list every semester. This memorial scholarship was established to honor Tiffany's memory after she lost her life in a car accident on December 30th, 2005. The Tallmadges value family above all else. Tiffany's valedictorian speech was about the importance of family and what it meant to her, and that is why applicants for this scholarship are asked to write an essay on what family means to them. Tiffany was dedicated to educational success. The Tallmadges' pride in Tiffany, both at Tallmadge High School and Kent State University, have prompted them to establish a scholarship for seniors who hold those same values. This year's recipient of the Tiffany Marie Tallmadge Memorial Scholarship is Melina Williams. Congratulations, Melina. Next, I will be presenting the Vanna Family Kent State University Foundation Scholarship. The Vanna family's dedication to Tallmadge High School and Kent State University is unparalleled. The scholarship that they offer to one Tallmadge High School senior each year is a testament to their commitment to not only both institutions, but to academic excellence, extracurricular involvement, and community service. To be eligible for the Vanna Family Kent State Foundation Scholarship, a THS senior must have a cumulative GPA of 3.0, be involved in at least one extracurricular activity for 4 years, and display 50 or more hours of school-sponsored community service. They also must be enrolling as a full-time student at a Kent State University campus. This year's recipient has maintained a GPA over 4.0 and has been involved in numerous activities in service. She will continue her education this fall at Kent, majoring in biology. I am extremely proud on behalf of the Vanna family to announce this year's winner, who will receive a scholarship in the amount of $6,000 to Marin Montgomery. Congratulations, Marin.
Good morning, everyone. I have the honor at this point in time to award 6 student athletes, or I should say 6 student athlete awards to our graduating seniors. And the first one that we begin with is the National Federation of High School Award of Excellence, sponsored by the NFHS. It's given to senior student athletes that have been positive role models based on their qualities of good citizenship, good moral character, and good sporting behavior throughout their high school career. This year's female recipient is Miss Kirsten Moore, and this year's male recipient is Mr. Danny Kirko. Congratulations, Kirsten and Danny. The next award is the OHSAA Archie Griffin Award, which is sponsored by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and is given to senior student athletes based on the exemplary sportsmanship, ethics, and integrity that they have displayed throughout their high school career. This year's female Archie Griffin Award recipient is Miss Katie Seeker. And this year's male Archie Griffin Award recipient is Mr. Luke Thomas. Congratulations to Katie and Luke. The next award is the OHSA Courageous Student Award, sponsored by the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and is given to one senior student athlete that has shown courage in overcoming adversity or overwhelming odds throughout his or her high school career. This year's recipient is Mr. Isaiah Johnson. Congratulations, Isaiah. The next award is the OHSAA Scholar Athlete Award, and it's sponsored again by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and is given to one senior student athlete that has exemplified throughout his or her high school career the commitment of the OHSAA to academic excellence while participating in interscholastic athletics. This year's Scholar Athlete Award is Miss Kenna Lovelace. Congratulations, Kenna. At this time, we'll move into awards that are specific to Tallmadge. First, we start with the Linda Morgart and Wesley Woodford Memorial Awards. These are given to senior student athletes based on the leadership ability, citizenship, and character that they have displayed throughout high school. Linda Morgart was a student at Tallmadge High School who unfortunately battled cancer early in her life and passed away from it. Jillian Catalano is the recipient of the Linda Morgart Athletic Award this year. Jillian has diligently balanced athletic, academic, and extracurricular responsibilities and accomplishments throughout high school. She's been an outstanding member of the volleyball, basketball, and track and field teams during all 4 years of her time at Tallmadge. In track and field, Jillian was the 4-time letter winner, honorable mention Suburban League in the 4x100 meter relay during her junior year. In the sport of basketball, she was a 3-time letter winner and honorable mention Tri-County Basketball Coaches Association player her senior year. And in volleyball, she was a 4-time letter winner and received honorable mention Suburban League honors her sophomore and junior year, 2nd team Suburban League honors her senior year, and she was honored as an Akron Touchdown Club All-Star Volleyball player her senior year, as well as being named 1st team Ohio High School Volleyball Coaches Association her senior year. In addition to these tremendous accomplishments athletically, Jillian has been involved with numerous student organizations such as Fellowship of Christian Athletes, National Honor Society, Respect Club, PEP Club, Senior Mentorship Program, and Leaders in Action. Next year, Jillian plans to attend Stark State College to study occupational therapy. Some quotes from her mentors through the years. Mr. Hungerford has said, "You are always ready to learn. Continue to stay engaged and never hesitate to express your thoughts." Mr. Mosier has said that she is very respectful, hardworking, and mature. Jillian always has played with a relentless attitude and left everything on the court or track. Her level of effort is second to none. And Mr. Householder is quoted as saying, "Jill was another fun student to watch in all sports. She was a team leader in all sports and a mentor to the younger players. If all student athletes learn from Jill, they will be very successful. I just want to remind her that you still need to give me your dad's chicken recipe." Congratulations to Jillian Catalano, the Linda Morgart Female Athletic Award winner. Next up is the Wesley Woodford Award. Wesley Woodford as well was a student at Tallmadge High School who unfortunately lost his life while serving our country fighting in Vietnam. This year's Wesley Woodford Memorial Award recipient is Mr. Jesse Knatzer. Jesse has been an integral member of the football and wrestling teams throughout his time at Tallmadge High School. In football, Jesse was a 3-time letter winner, as well as being honored as a first-team Suburban League athlete his junior year and a second-team Suburban League athlete his senior year. In the sport of wrestling, Jesse was a 4-time letter winner, as well as an honorable mention Suburban League honoree his freshman year, a second-team Suburban League honoree his sophomore and junior years, and a first-team Suburban League honoree his senior year. He was a 3-time Division II district qualifier, and this past season as a senior, he was a Division II state qualifier. This fall, Jesse plans to attend John Carroll University. Some quotes, again, from his teachers and coaches. "It was a pleasure having you in class, Jesse. I know that your commitment to excellence will take you far in this world. Stay true to your principles. Congrats, my friend," from Mr. Horner. Myself is quoted as saying that Jesse is one of the most focused, fiercest, and mentally tough competitors that I've ever coached. The intensity that he brought to the field of mat and his academic studies serves as an example for all of his peers. Mr. Householder is quoted as saying, "Jesse is another one that was fun to watch. He was a leader in football and wrestling, capping his career as a state participant in wrestling. Jesse is a young man who's quiet and unassuming on the field of mat, but he's a great competitor." Congratulations, Jesse Knatzer, the Wesley Woodford Memorial Athletic Award winner. The last awards are the Athlete of the Year awards, which are given to senior student athletes based on their academic and athletic careers and accomplishments throughout their time at Tallmadge High School. We'll start with the Female Athlete of the Year award, and this year we actually have 2 recipients. First up, we have Miss Lizzie Bicker. Lizzie has been an honorable student and athlete throughout her 4 years at Tallmadge High School. At Tallmadge, she has excelled as a student athlete on the golf and basketball teams. In golf, Lizzie was a 4-time letter winner and received honorable mention Suburban League honors her freshman year, second-team Suburban League honors her sophomore year, and first-team Suburban League honors her junior and senior years. She also received the Akron Touchdown Club All-Star Golf Team recognition her senior year, as well as being honored as a member of the Akron Beacon Journal All-Star Golf Teams her junior and senior years. She also was a 2-time Division I district qualifier. In the sport of basketball, Lizzie was a 4-time letter winner. She received first-team Suburban League honors her sophomore, junior, and senior years, and was honored as a second-team Tri-County Coaches Basketball Association member her sophomore and junior years, and received the first-team honor by the same association her senior year. She also was honored as an Akron Beacon Journal All-Star Basketball Team member her senior year and was selected to play in the Stark Summit All-Star Game as well. During this past season, she was second-team Division II All-NEO District, as well as honorable mention Division II All-Ohio, and she eclipsed the 1,000 career points during this past season. Outside of athletics, Lizzie has been involved in the Pep Club, Student Senate, National Honor Society. She was a class officer and served in the French Club. Next year, Lizzie will attend Indiana State University to play golf. Some quotes from her teachers and coaches. For Mr. Householder, Lizzie has been a true leader on the golf course and basketball court. She is as competitive of a student athlete as can be. I wish her nothing but the best as she continues her golf career at Indiana State. From Mrs. Hedrick, I got to know Lizzie better this year. She was on my yearbook staff for both semesters. What I love most about Lizzie is that she worked hard to do the things to the best of her ability. She was someone that I learned would do what she said she would do and would make sure others were also working to her standards. Lizzie expects excellence from herself And from what I've seen in the classroom and on the court, she always delivers that excellence. And finally, from Mr. Shomo, she's been a terrific, positive force around Tallmadge High School for the past 4 years. I remember her joining the boys golf team for our Friday short game practices. Her work definitely paid off. The only thing about Lizzie that I won't miss is all that Tom Brady and Patriots gear that she would wear to school. Good luck at Indiana State. You'll do well. Again, congratulations to Lizzie Bicker, one of our 2 Female Athlete of the Award recipients. The second, and in no particular order, Female Athlete of the Year award recipient is Miss Kenna Lovelace. Kenna has been an exemplary student and athlete throughout her 4 years at Tallmadge High School as well. She was an accomplished member of the cross country, basketball, and track and field teams. Some of the athletic awards that Kenna has been recognized with over the past 4 years. In basketball, she earned 1 letter. Track and field, she was a 4-time letter winner and was also honored as a second-team Suburban League competitor in the mile, 2-mile, and 4x8 meter relay during her junior year. And in cross country, she was a 4-time letter winner, and during her freshman year was the Summit County Cross Country Coaches Association Runner of the Year, and also received first-team All-Summit County honors her freshman and sophomore year. As a senior, she was recognized as a member of the Akron Touchdown Club Cross Country All-Star Team, as well as the Akron Beacon Journal All-Star Cross Country Team. That was for both her junior and senior year. She was a 4-time first-team All-Suburban League recipient. She was honored as the Suburban League Runner of the Year during her senior year. She was a 4-time Division II state qualifier and a 3-time Division II All-Ohio performer at the state cross-country meet. Outside of athletics, Kenna has been involved in Leaders in Action. She's a class officer, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, PEP Club, Too Good for Drugs, and the National Honor Society. Next year, Kenna will attend Ohio University to run cross country and participate in track. Some quotes from her teachers and coaches. From Miss Michalik: "You are one of the smartest, fiercest, yet kindest people I know. Your level of commitment to academics and athletics is unparalleled. I love and greatly admire your sense of social justice and the passion you have in advocating for others. Best wishes for continued success." From Mrs. Lewis: "You're an amazing student and an amazing athlete. It's been so exciting and watching you run at Tallmadge High School. I cannot wait to see you shine at Ohio University. Best of luck and congrats." And finally, from Mrs. Craig: "I'm envious of people who exceed expectations without even breaking a sweat." That's Kenna. Even though there's a lot of hard work behind her accomplishments, she does it and gets ready for the next challenge. I'm always super impressed by her, and she hasn't even begun to show us what she is going to accomplish. Again, congratulations to Kenna Lovelace, Female Athlete of the Year Award recipient. Finally, our Male Athlete of the Year Award recipient, Mr. Brandon Heigelman. Brandon has been a vital member of the basketball team throughout his 4 years in high school and participated in football this past year as a senior. Some of the athletic awards and recognitions that Brandon has earned. In football this past season, he was a first-time letter winner and also was honored with the honorable mention All-Suburban League distinction. In basketball, Brandon was a 3-time letter winner, received second-team Suburban League honors his sophomore year, and first-team Suburban League honors his junior and senior years. He was recognized by the Greater Akron Basketball Association as being a member of their team junior and senior years. In this past season as a senior, he was recognized by the Akron Beacon Journal newspaper being a part of their all-star basketball team. He was also honored as second-team Division II All Northeast District, All NEO District his junior year, and first-team Division II All NEO District his senior year. He also was honored as a special mention Division II All-Ohio Senior Player this past year, and he also eclipsed the 1,000 career point mark. Outside of athletics, Brandon has been involved in extracurricular organizations such as the PEP Club, Spanish Club, and National Honor Society. After graduating, Brandon will attend the University of Akron. Quotes from his teachers and coaches. From Mr. Swindell: "Thank you again for the teacher recognition. It really meant a lot to me. Best wishes for you and all of your endeavors. Really think you should consider being a math teacher." From Mr. Householder: Brandon was one of the most athletic young men to grace us with his presence at Tallmadge. His explosiveness on the football field and basketball court brought the crowd to their feet. I'm not sure we will see that for quite a while. Thanks for a great career. And finally, from Coach Johnson, Brandon is truly unique. To get to know Brandon is to understand that he's a man of few words. He is kind, caring, and smart. But don't let Brandon's soft-spoken demeanor fool you. He's a fierce competitor and showed that on the basketball floor. I'm truly grateful to have had the opportunity to coach Brandon. His competitive nature and ability to use that in the game of basketball made our team better every day. Most importantly, Brandon showed a maturity beyond his years during his senior season. I was so proud of him, and I can't wait to see his successes in the future. Congratulations to Brandon Heigelman, the Male Athlete of the Year Award recipient. And finally, congratulations to all of our student athletes and all of our award recipients today. Wish you guys best of luck. And at this point, I recognize Mrs. Cynthia Casper, National Honor Society Advisor.
Thanks, Tim. Every year, the seniors in the National Honor Society nominate members of the senior class who have devoted significant time and service to others. The names and resumes of these nominees are given to the National Honor Society Faculty Council, who vote on the winner for this award. The winners of the awards do not have to be members of the National Honor Society. This year, we have two outstanding seniors who will be receiving this award. First, Mr. Nick Musey. Nick Musey has been an honorable student throughout his 4 years at Tallmadge High School. Nick has been a member of the National Honor Society during his junior and senior year and participated in College Credit Plus at the University of Akron during his senior year. Nick is a member of the Boy Scouts of America, and he has earned the rank of Eagle Scout. He has completed over 200 hours of community service in high school for causes such as the Tallmadge Library and the conservation efforts for the Buckeye Trail. Next year, Nick will attend the University of Akron for mechanical engineering. Some quotes from his teachers. From Mr. Rosborski. Nick is one of the most hardworking and honest students I've ever had. He was never shy to ask, ponder, or hypothesize about ideas from my class or difficult questions on assignments. I know his passion for learning and dedication to the outdoors and his car will lead to a full and meaningful life for Nick. From Mr. Swindell. It was an honor to be asked to sit on your Eagle Scout review board. One of the highlights of my teaching career, for sure. And from Mr. Horner. I am so proud of you, Nick. From the moment I had you in class, I knew you were a leader. You demonstrated a commitment to excellence every day in class. You showed up each and every Academy review session to study and work hard. I always look forward to seeing you and your smile with your overstuffed binder in hand walk through my door. As an Eagle Scout, you have led in this community, and as an A pusher, you have led in the hallways of THS. I am so thankful for the privilege to have been one of your teachers. We will also be awarding the Senior Service Award to Miss Rory Murphy. Rory Murphy has been involved in countless student organizations throughout high school. She has been an active leader in the National Honor Society, Student Senate, the Student Council for Exceptional Children, Leaders in Action, Interact Club, Dramatics, Show Choir, Wheelchair Basketball, and Senior Mentors. She has had multiple leadership roles throughout her year at THS, such as Junior Leadership Akron, NHS Secretary, Interact Club Vice President, Freshman and Sophomore Class President, Junior Class Vice President, and Senior Class Officer and Student Senate Officer. Next fall, Rory will attend Pennsylvania State University and major in Rehabilitation Human Services. Some quotes from her teachers. From Mrs. Stewart. It's almost as if you were an upperclassman when you arrived, unafraid to jump in and assist with any task regardless of the organization. Thank you for always bringing a maturity, sense of creativity, and unflappable leadership to THS. From Mrs. Craig. I always have a few students in world studies who I look at and think, oh, please take AP Psychology so you can be my student again. I remember thinking about that for Rory 4 years ago. She did, and I was lucky enough to be her teacher twice. She is awesome. And from Miss Giles. Rory Murphy, you are amazing. You remind me so much of your mom, Bridget, who, as you know, was in my first class when I began at Tallmadge High School. While you have her spirit, giving nature, determination, and love of life, I'm guessing you have inherited your quiet nature from your dad. I can't help but giggle at my last statement. I know when you were a class officer your freshman and sophomore years that you were destined to achieve great accomplishments. And I knew you would be a leader throughout your years at Tallmadge High School. I'm so proud of you, just as I was of your mom. I cannot wait to hear about your success in the future. Thanks, Rory, and congratulations to Rory and Nick for your service to Tallmadge High School and to our community.
It's my pleasure to award the Ellie Williamson Spirit Award. This award is for outstanding school spirit, positive personal leadership, and good sportsmanship. Mark Twain wrote that humor is the great thing, the saving thing. The minute it crops up, all our irritations and resentments slip away, and a sunny spirit takes their place. Dwight Eisenhower said, "A sense of humor is part of the art of leadership, of getting along with people, of getting things done." Ellie Williamson was a school custodian as a professional. As a person, she was one of the kids. You would find Ellie waving the spirit stick in pep assemblies and sliding on the gym floor with the double divers. She will always be an example of one of the most fun-loving and caring members of our staff who led with humor and her heart. It is with great pleasure that we recognize this one student who has brought that same sense of spirit and pride to Tallmadge High School. The recipient of the Ellie Williamson Spirit Award is Mr. Joseph Bowman. Joseph Bowman could easily be called one of the most enthusiastic students in the senior class. Throughout high school, he has been a member of many organizations, including Pep Club, Class Officer, FCCLA, the Senior Freshman Mentor Program, and the Devil's Tail. Joey has been a member of the football team all 4 years of high school, and he was on the basketball team for 2 years. Next year, Joey plans to attend Kent State University. A couple quotes from his teachers, starting with one from Mr. Mosier. "Hardworking and very inquisitive, lost a tooth in the Coventry football game, and he continued to play. Doesn't get much tougher than that." From Mrs. Dutton. "Joey, I loved getting to teach you not only once, but twice, and really 3 times if I count Freshman Academy, which I do. You are such a positive force, not only in the classroom, but in the building. Thanks for always volunteering to be in our silly skits and playing devil's advocate in our discussions. We could always challenge ourselves to see multiple perspectives. You really are a standout among the class of 2020. And from myself, Joseph Anthony Bowman. You are one of those kids that eventually win everyone's heart. You mix goofy humor with a genuine care for others. Throw in a mix of positive leadership, a friendly personality, and your ability to always push the limits a little, and you have this great young man. I have spent many days with my hands on my forehead saying, Joseph Anthony, and you always just smile, and then you do what I need you to do. I appreciate your spirit and your willingness to try new things, and I know you will continue to influence every room you walk into. Congratulations, Joe Bowman.
Good morning, everyone. I am honored to present this year's Tallmadge Citizenship Awards. Our female recipient is Miss Olivia Swain. Olivia has been an exceptional student and citizen throughout her high school career. She has devoted much of her time to student organizations such as Student Council for Exceptional Students, Too Good for Drugs, National Honor Society, Dramatics, Pep Club, FCA, Show Choir, and the Devil's Tail. Liv has been a leader throughout her high school career, serving as class president for the past 3 years, cheer captain during 9th and 12th grade, and a senior mentor this past year. Next year, Liv will attend Cleveland State University. Some quotes from our staff about Liv. From Mrs. Giles, Olivia Swain, I cannot wait to watch one of your Hollywood movies or documentaries one day. No matter what career you pursue, continue to work on your talents as a film producer and editor. You have a spirit that is contagious, which of course you inherited from your mom, Carrie. I just cannot wait to hear about all the different directions you will go and your accomplishments that will stack up as you move forward. From Mrs. Hedrick, Olivia Swain is truly a special lady. I rarely see her without a smile. She takes what life throws at her and makes the best of it. She is a leader. She is a support. She is a clear example of what every mom wants their daughter to be. Friendly, caring, spirited, fun, enthusiastic, and responsible. I know this because I have two 2 daughters that want to be just like her. And from myself, thank you for everything you have given THS over the last 4 years. Whether you were on the sidelines cheering on our teams or on the sidelines taking pictures and making movies, you have always been there to help create memories for your classmates. The amount of content we all get to cherish because of your hard work and the pride you have in your community is truly a gift. I am excited to see where life takes you and what ways you will continue to share your gifts with the world. Good luck at Cleveland State. I already miss you. Congrats to Olivia, our female recipient of the Tallmadge Citizenship Award, and our male recipient, Mr. William Cummins. Billy Cummins has been an excellent student, citizen, and thespian throughout his years at THS. Billy has served as the class secretary for the past 3 years, a student senate officer throughout high school, a Leaders in Action co-chair the past 2 years, a Too Good for Drugs instructor, a member of the improv club and show choir, and held key roles in dramatic productions at THS. Billy has spent countless hours volunteering throughout our community for Leaders in Action and Student Senate. After high school, Billy will attend Kent State University to study musical theater. And some quotes about Billy. From Mrs. Hedrick. The best way to describe Billy is to say that he is full of life, full of love, and full of drive. Billy does everything he does, and it is a lot, to the umpteenth degree. He gives more than 100% to all of his endeavors. He lights up a room when he enters and commands attention with his personality, positivity, and persistence. He has all the right ingredients for success. Billy has already proven that he is a leader with the ability to get things done. From Mrs. Stazak, I appreciate you, your style, your flair, your presence, and most of all, your ability to focus and see a project or idea through. If you want it, you work hard for it. That isn't something that comes easy to most people. I admire you. Thank you for being a part of my life, kid. And from Mr. Omni, Billy Cummins is not only a tour de force, triple threat, and leading man on stage, but his improvisation and acting skills, along with his creativity, work ethic, and direct ability, make him an unparalleled talent. Billy is an excellent community leader and student. There is no doubt in my mind that he has left his mark on Tallmadge High School, and he will be sorely missed. It has been a pleasure working with him on stage and in the classroom in the Theater Arts Academy. Congratulations to Billy Cummins, our Tallmadge Citizenship Award male recipient. And now, Mr. Hausler.
Thank you, Mrs. Stewart. Again, I would like to congratulate the class of 2020. And it is at this time, it is my great pleasure to introduce the Principal Leaderships Awards for Tallmadge High School. The first Principalship Leadership Award goes to Jillian Calinato. Jillian has served as a leader among her peers throughout high school. This year, she served as a co-chair for Leaders in Actions. She has been team captain for volleyball and basketball in her 11th and 12th grade year. She has also served as a Too Good for Drugs instructor. Jillian has been involved in numerous student organizations at THS, such as Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Senior Mentors, National Honor Society, Student Senate, Pep Club, and the yearbook staff. She also has been recognized as a distinguished scholar at Tallmadge High School. After high school, Jillian will attend Stark State University, where she will major in occupational therapy. Some quotes from the staff members. Jill, I always will remember you as one of the 5 students that I took the second version of the AP Stats exam. I can see us studying in the back of my room with Mr. Awaji. Congrats on all of your accomplishments. Passing the AP exam is only one of these. P.S. Thanks for being a great mentor, Mrs. Conway. For Mr. Shomo, Jill was the indispensable piece for any team she was part of. She worked hard in class just like she grinded out in athletics. Her positivity will be sorely missed at Tallmadge High School. And finally, for Mr. Horner, Jill, I'm going to miss you. I will miss having you in class. I will miss seeing you on the court. Watching you lead on the volleyball court and in the classroom has been a great, true pleasure. You have led consistently, and you have demonstrated true character. I have nothing but deep respect for you, and I can't wait to see what the future is in store for you. Again, Principal's Leadership Award, Jillian Calinato. The male recipient is of the Principal's Leadership Award is Mr. Andrew Cross. Drew Cross's leadership positions include class officer, Too Good for Drugs instructor, and National Honor Society president. In addition to his leadership roles, he has been a leader of Leaders in Action, Student Council for Exceptional Children, and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. On the football and baseball teams, Drew has been a leader for his teammates on and off the field. Upon graduation, Drew will attend the University of Akron to study engineering. And now quotes from the staff. Drew has always been very, very good at asking questions when he didn't quite understand something. That shows great leadership because those who ask questions are the take charge kind. He has always carried himself with total class when life has been difficult. I'm incredibly proud to have known him, Mrs. And for myself, Andrew is another senior leader that earned the respect of all staff and students. He was tenacious in the classroom and on the football field. I'm very proud of Andrew. Although things did not always go his way, he never complained and always did what was best for the team. That says a lot for his character. Good luck in school, Mr. Householder. And finally, for Mr. Horner, Drew, it has been a privilege being your teacher. It has been a privilege watching you overcome adversity and handle it with character. You have attacked every hurdle in your lane with determination and unwavering commitment to integrity. Thank you for modeling such consistency. It has been a pleasure having you as a student and being part of your life. Great things are in store for you, young man. Again, our Principal's Leadership Award, Mr. Andrew Cross. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Jeffrey M. Ferguson to present the Manhood and Womanhood Awards at Tallmadge High School.
Thank you, Mr. Householder. It's with great pride I'm able to give the Manhood and Womanhood Award to its recipients for the class of 2020 this year. The Manhood and Womanhood Awards combine citizenship, leadership, scholarship, and the impact with which each of these recipients has had on not just Tallmadge High School, but also the impact they have had on the Tallmadge community. It's with great pride this year that I present the 2020 Womanhood Award to Zara Scasio. Zara Scasio has been an admirable member of the student body and community of Tallmadge for the past 4 years. Zara has been an integral member of student organizations such as Student Senate, National Honor Society, Leaders in Action, Student Council for Exceptional Children, Too Good for Drugs, Respect, Show Choir, FCCLA, the French Club, the Devil's Tale, Senior Mentors, Art Club, and held a class office. In addition to her impressive involvement and leadership in student organizations, Zara dedicates much of her time outside of school with volunteer efforts. She has cared for rescued animals and works at the Tallmadge Library. In the fall, Zara will attend Kent State University to study psychology. A few quotes from Zara's teachers. I hope the beauty that lives within your soul continues to burn bright forever, and that you never let the world get you down. Your optimism and intellect make you a double threat as you prepare to take on the world. I'm excited to see how you will make the future of our world a better place for all of us. From Mrs. McKaylick. And from Mrs. Stewart. We talk a lot about empathy in our district and how our community is built on a foundation of service to others. You have exemplified those characteristics in every way. You treat everyone with kindness and are extremely aware and conscientious. You also speak with your actions, which always reflect the well-being of others. I hope you remember to take care of yourself along the way. Best of luck to you, Zara. And finally, from Mrs. Havishall. Maturity is often an overused word. For me, it isn't something measured by age. You don't always have to grow up to mature. It can be measured by action, grace, and experiences in another person. Zara has all of these qualities. She leads by action with true grace. She has never passed me in the hall without a smile and a friendly hello. Though I never had her for class and know her only by her presence among my students in room 1204. She's accepted the students I work with as peers and true friends, and they feel that she meant it. She is a quiet leader, but is going to make a loud impact on the world when she graduates. She will break boundaries and fight to end inequalities wherever she lands. I can't wait to hear all about her future success as she represents the class of 2020 and the Tallmadge community. Again, this year's Womanhood Award goes to Zara Scasio. And now this year's 2020 Manhood Award goes to Suhaib Mahamid. Suhaib Mahamid has been an exemplary role model for all students at Tallmadge High School. Throughout high school, Suhaib has been a dedicated member of the National Honor Society, the Pep Club, Senior Mentors, Leaders in Action, and the soccer team. This year, he has served as the class vice president and the treasurer of the National Honor Society. Outside of school, Suhaib has volunteered at the Akron Canton Food Bank and the ISAK Youth Group. After school, Suhaib will attend Kent State University as a pre-med major. Some quotes from Mrs. Hedrick. Suhaib is the true definition of a gentleman. He is respectful, well-mannered, and caring. He has spent his time as a class officer, being one of the best leaders the class of 2020 has had. He truly listens to those around him and wants to do what is best for everyone. He doesn't demand attention, but his intelligence and grace make you want to listen. I think most people would make better choices if they only thought to themselves first, what would Suhaib do? The world would be a much better place if there were more men like Suhaib in it. He has left a lasting impression on me and is someone that is, again, a true gentleman. From Mrs. Dunton. Suhaib Mahamid, I feel so lucky to have taught you as a freshman and again as a senior, even though Mr. Phillips did most of the teaching. I love seeing the growth you've made in terms of confidence and swag. As a freshman, you were always on the ball and a very good student, but as a senior, you've really moved into a leadership role and have made the halls of THS a better place. I will miss your face and hope that you stay in touch. I do expect to hear great things from you in the future. Remembering you will always bring a smile to my face. And finally, from Mr. Horner. Suhaib, you are one of the kindest young men I have ever known. Every single day you said hello. You never passed by me without intentionally stopping and fist bumping me and asking me how I was doing. The fact that you took the time almost every day to do this has had an impact on me. It has made me more aware of how important it is to invest in others. I learned this from you, from your smile and the hellos to your wig and the enthusiasm that you always showed. You have left a mark on me, and I'm proud of you, and I was so proud to be your teacher. Congrats, my friend. This year's Manhood Award, again, goes to Suhaib Mahamid. And now I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Householder.
Thank you, Mr. Ferguson. At this time, we will do a special drawing sponsored by Mike Iema and Park Ford. Mike Iema and Park Ford has been $1,000 scholarships to a lucky senior. We have several names. Students have earned several names to be put in the hopper, but they can only win one time. So if your name is drawn twice, you'll be put back in and you can only win one time. So at this time, I have my lovely assistant, Mrs. Jennifer Stewart. She's going to spin the wheel. She's going to hand me the name. I will show you the name across the screen, and that winner will win $1,000. We will have 5 winners. Okay. Is it right? The First winner of the THS scholarship sponsored by Mike Iama and Park Ford goes to Nico Reinl. Nico, congratulations. Don't know if everybody can see that. The second winner, Miss Stewart's reaching in now and handing me somebody. And the second winner goes to Mr. Jacob Layton. So Jacob is our second $1,000 award winner. Our third award winner goes to another lucky senior who will win $1,000, and that is Mrs. Olivia Swain. Olivia, congratulations. We have two more drawings to pull out. Our Stewart's reaching in now. And the next $1,000 scholarship goes to Grace Grimm. Grace, congratulations.
One more.
And the final recipient, lucky senior that will win $1,000 goes to, I think, Jacob Spatero. Jacob, congratulations. So again, congratulations on our lucky 5 winners of $1,000. And again, I can't tell you how much I appreciate everything Mike Iama and Park Ford has done with their partnership. I talked to Mike yesterday, and we're going to continue to have meetings and see what we can't do in the following years to make this even a greater event. So again, congratulations to the class of 2020 and to the 5 senior winners. Thank you.
This brings us to the close of our senior breakfast celebration and the end of the activities and celebrations with Tallmadge High School for the class of 2020 and your families. We hope that you continue to celebrate with your family and friends the accomplishments that you have and this great point in your life. Go forward and continue to make us proud, and know that Tallmadge is always your home and where your foundation is. It has been my pleasure to be your senior class advisor this year. And I hope that you have felt the love and the support from your family, from the school, from your community. And I know that you will all go on and do wonderful things and make us proud. So at this point, we are going to conclude with our senior slideshow. Seniors had the opportunity to submit a senior picture, a baby picture, and then information about where they're going in the future, what their plans are for next year. So thank you for joining us today, and we will now conclude with the slideshow that was put together by your senior class vice president, Suhaib Mahamid. Thank you again for joining us.